Iranians have been firing drones at several tankers in the Gulf, particularly tankers using the southern route through the straits. So in one respect, this is a response to that. But by the same token, I think that he was at the NATO meeting and was perhaps getting angry and wanted to do something decisive. And I don't think he was really thinking about what the situation is in Iran at all. He was just concerned about the tankers and doing something decisive, if you like.
This added of layer that US struck Iran when the entire nation was mourning and praying at Khamenei's funeral. So do you think US have risked reigniting the conflict and the regional war?
So President Trump has made the assumption that the war will not restart. He keeps saying that the Iranians are very keen about peace. The Iranian government, however, is certainly playing hardball here, and they don't seem quite as enthusiastic. I think it's a bit of a case of this is dragging on, and the president feels that he's losing the domestic populace in the United States. I think also there's a sort of unreal expectations here, I suppose. Ceasefires in this region of the world do tend to be like this. They sort of come and they go. So I would expect that what we're seeing now will go forward at least until, say, the end of this calendar year.
So what purpose would these strikes serve for the US or for Trump?
I think that their purpose is more, if you like, just expressing anger. Certainly they are causing some damage. For instance, 60 small speedboats were sunk in the latest strike. But this is not actually influencing the Iranian government very much. So I think it's just to keep things bubbling over, if you like. And the president feels that that the negotiations will be faster and better if he keeps up this constant, if you like, sort of occasional surge of strikes. I don't think he and the Iranian government are on the same wavelength at all. I think they're both doing this from completely different assumptions and viewpoints.
So when diplomacy had prevailed with Islamabad MOU signed, so why has US turned to war, especially when US midterm elections are in November?
Yeah, I think they probably will. The president, for all of his failings, perhaps is a very good, or reads the American public obviously very well. So he's perhaps deciding that he will get more votes by continuing the war, if you like, at this low level, rather than by signing a peace treaty. But the November elections are certainly getting closer and closer and closer. I would expect that this will go on through the midterms now because we show no signs of getting anywhere. And probably, as I said, up until the end of the year, it's quite possible that after the 3rd of November that the president will move back large US forces into the Middle East and resume a large-scale war. At the moment, the fighting is quite small scale.
So do you think there is a risk of Hormuz getting closed again? So and how will it impact the global economy?
Yes, I think it will keep on being closed. There's a small flow of ships into and through it at the present time, but it is not going to go back to the pre-war state for a considerable period of time. Now, it's not just that the rest of the world will have shortages of oil, gas, fertilizer, helium, sulfur, etc. This also affects the Arab Gulf states dramatically. So really, their future at the moment is hostage to the straits opening. And at the moment, the Iranians and the Americans don't seem to be able to, if you like, have a lasting peace there. So from the Gulf Arab states' point of view, I'd be very worried at this point.
And finally, Dr. Layton, so Iran and US had planned to resume technical talks from July 11th. So do you think there is still a chance for diplomacy to prevail?
Surprisingly, I think there's probably a very good chance. The Iranians would like to show that they're giving diplomacy a chance, if you like, and likewise the Americans. So they'll be talking, and the president said that both sides can go back talking once more. It's just that he doesn't think the talking will in fact achieve anything. So I think that the President Trump has worked out that what he wants and what the Iranians want are quite different issues. And so there's a stalemate, if you like, a stagnant conflict here that will just rumble on for a long time. And we can see, for instance, in, say, Gaza, Lebanon, these low intensity conflicts go on sometimes for years. That's why I said this has quite a worrying long term impact.